Thank you so much, Neil. We are beautiful, Trent. Did you know that? We are super beautiful. You know what else is beautiful? Dota 2.
Got it.
that was awful. You know, I heard something out of the panel that I have never heard before. It was just the first clause of a sentence, which was, "I would rather have Mirana position 4." Never heard that before in a game of Dota 2. But Yapsor is going to play it. This is his type of hero.
And Mirana, speaking of heroes, much like Tiny, I guess, has been in and out a little bit during the patch. Tiny, of course, had a little bit of a larger reign of dominance, but especially at the beginning of this patch, there was a lot of position for Mirana being played, in the C region in particular, I believe, where we saw so many courier snipes. I feel like that was like the #1 thing, was you get these deeper wards across like the lanes, so you knew exactly when the couriers were coming in and it was just free every single time. In this case, though, there's a lot of good uses for the big AoE magic damage. The arrows are pretty good here for various tools versus the Beastmaster, so should be a pretty fun one here. I have to say, though, the PA being allowed through with the Slardar, 404 knew what they were getting into. They're very confident in this TB being a counter for it, but I have to say, it's worrisome to watch.
I think so too. I am very, very afraid. The Slardar to me feels like it's such a strong answer in general, but as you mentioned, the TB having ridiculously high armor, it's hard to bring down. And to me, a lot of this game feels like it's going to come down to Nisha and how well he's able to perform. Like if he can sort of tear through those illusions, if he's given free reign, if these drafts were sort of switched over, or rather if it was just any other team names, I feel like I would be favoring Justera's draft a whole heck of a lot. But then again, it is secret, so you know who's to say? It could go either way in this one. But you were kind of geeking out a little bit about the Sumail mid. You're digging the Magnus here.
Yeah, well, we don't get to see it very often, right? And there's a lot of pressure on that mid-mag to try and make those plays. So I feel like it was one of the first melee heroes that I remember Sumail like making a lot of plays on. When he first started playing, like he started like bringing out this mag, and then of course when he made his famous transition to the off lane, that was one of the few heroes he could kind of took with him, and we saw a little bit of that there too. So I don't know, it's always been a little bit of a Sumail hero.
I think that it's one that you don't always think about as the potential for like really high aggression, but definitely can be if you play it right and in the laning stage. As Puppy here going for the courier snipe on the Omni. You love to see it. Not bad at all.
Nice. Bit unusual.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing that you have people like Arise who have shown the crazy playmaking possibilities of Magnus, where they make it look like it's basically Pudge Hook or Lasso or something. And then the same hero just exists in a meta where he is essentially only useful for Empower.
Right. Well, and now we're going to get to sort of go back to that older style of it, where you're making things happen.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. That's a good point.
That's the goal.
Yeah, if not, that's pretty freaking bad. Solo here is going to get arrowed for a moment by Yapsor. They have a crush afterwards as well. No dive, and I think Solo is just going to drop here.
First blood on a Slardar who already has the bracer. No Wraith Pan. I liked that little trend we had going on the offlane Slardars, but looks like Zai wants to head in for the boots after.
Yeah, just more tankability. It feels like it's going to be the route for him. Not bad at all, at least in these early goings. You know, I think the other thing that I really like about this draft from Just Error, at least for now, is going to be the like scouting potential and then the chance that they have just to jump on somebody. As much as we're talking about like the awesomeness of Slardar with PA together, it does feel like there's going to be maybe an issue of like actually finding a hero and blowing them up at the start of a fight. Whereas with 404, they have like an easy way to scout and then, you know, jump onto one of those targets.
Yeah, it kind of goes both ways though, because like you have the vision of the Hawk on the side of 404 to maybe create those plays, but you also are going to have the Thunder God's Wrath, so they're going to be battling through that to try and get their own initiations on the side of 404, but perhaps using it offensively as well, like Ed Smokes and stuff for Team Secret. But I would agree it's a lot of pressure on Zai and Yapsor, especially Yapsor going to be needing that Yules to really make plays.
I'm sure at some point this game he's going to have an Aghanims queued up on the Yapsor. I just know it.
Yeah, I would say Yule's Ags looks pretty solid.
Well, so far, things looking pretty good across all of the lanes for Just Error. They're leading in just about every one, with the exception of maybe that Zeus. Zayat is going to get pummeled a few times up on the top side. They're able to force back Matumbo Man and Puppey. Not the easiest double melee against the, well, actually the slowdown. Puppey's just dead.
Under attack.
Beastmaster was a really strong laning pick. Because as a melee support, I never want to play against Beastmaster.
Oh, the block. He doesn't have the catch with the jump away. The Phantom Strike, you're giving him a high five potential, no one. And Zayat gets a double kill now on this Lina.
He's really into the waves today, isn't he?
Yeah. I like that. Showing the style a little bit there. Nisha, Invis, in the mid lane, giving Sumail what for? 3 points up in that arc lightning. Sometimes we see a few more in the lightning bolt, but it looks like Nisha's just trying to get the spam out working. As the arrow again to take out that big creep. And you can see that all 3 of the lanes right now being won by Just Error, with, I guess, mid being relatively even.
Yeah, they're just kind of trading back and forth on the farm. Although I feel like poor Sumail is just getting chased around all the time.
Yeah. I mean, how much of a concern is this for you? Matumbo Man's kind of tough start here against this Beastmaster. 11 denies already on the Beast.
I'm not too concerned just because, like, the overall synergy the game has. But yeah, a lot of that is, again, coming down to the fact that he's this melee support that just can't really help. I mean, probably getting the courier snipe was a miracle in itself. Because other than that, in this lane, he pretty much can only pull once the boars get level 2.
A fitting bounty.
It's really hard lane setup, definitely. And Lina now also having boots means she can just move that much more freely around, harass.
In that case, though, I would say they were probably expecting it. So, again, it kind of comes back to this concept of, like, YapzOr and Zai just need to do a hell of a lot in this match. So, if the lanes end up just being, like, even after 10 minutes or so, I would say that feels pretty good for 404. As long as they don't, like, get over-aggressive. Kind of like how S4 was describing, how it felt like they tried to do too much. I could see this being a game where if you try and do too much as 404, you kind of, like, chuck away a lead that you build with, like, one bad RP or misskewer or something.
Right. Yeah, you can definitely throw that one away super quickly. And, you know, that overextension, you know, suddenly it's going to get punished really hard afterwards as they're getting around.
Yeah, nice plays up top here. They managed to, like, pull the waves to the side, and they keep the catapult alive as the next wave comes through. They're holding this for as long as they can, but...
And this is normally that point where the Mirana would come over, rotate, kill the catapult off. The fact that that's not happening, so much more damage is going to be dealt to this tower. As Zayat can even tank through a couple of times. The boar is there afterwards. They got another wave coming in. It looks like they're going to lose it here, though. A little unfortunate. If they could have tanked a couple more shots, that would have been big.
Yeah, it was so much value, though. I think they should be pretty content with what they achieved with that. The whole time, Matsu's just kind of standing there, unable to get anything. Lowest of the cores at the moment. Mid lane, though, this is that rotation not happening up top. It's YapzOr coming to the mid, and he just takes the range creep. I don't know if he thought Sumail might have been hiding in the trees. I mean, that's the story he'll tell.
Right, of course.
Yeah. Just happened to hit the range creep. Sorry, bud.
I'm scouting, guys. I'm scouting. Well, another rotation, no kill, gonna be gained there. Solo. Wow.
Look at his armor.
Oh, that is... Nisha comes in with the finish at the end. God, that's terrifying. Like, already Slaughter can put so much pressure on. But that's what happens.
It's crazy that was under tower, and it was that brutal.
Right. Well, Ramses is going to be given the Empower now and head off to the jungle just to try and AFK farm a little bit. Has raindrops as well, so he can stay kind of low on the old HP there.
Well, especially now that he knows that the Thunder God's Wrath was used too. This is giving him some confidence. He doesn't have to worry about wards and stuff. But oh, Ramses, please.
Yeah, that's terrifying, man. Oh my God, 30 HP. Yeah, he's
so much value when you're doing this too, because then you're like conjuring images and they're just not doing anything.
Well, he got a poor man's shield. That's the item. That's great.
He's like, can I do this again?
He's just playing with fire.
We're not allowed to look away just in case, but I think with the poor man's, it's kind of free.
God, the poor man's shield is actually sick.
Unseen.
It's really good. Although he might want to do the Fated Brooch.
Okay, no, we're good. I thought he might get inside that ward range, but I don't really think anyone can get over this close anyway.
No.
And he's gone back home anyway, so we're fine.
Solo gets bopped by an arrow down bottom, and they're gonna run in on him again. Tries to go for the dive away, but that only pulls him in closer. Zai, chase down, crush. Needs a couple more punches along the way, and Yapzor comes in for the kill secure. Movement-oriented things, as they're gonna try and catch now on this.
And they continue to hold the tower at the very least, though. So they were the first to draw tower blood. His top's already gone. Free movement for no one and Zayat up in this top jungle. That's going to help them threaten and pressure the mid lane as well. So Nisha going to be a bit careful as he builds in towards the boots of travel. Still, I'm surprised it's a 1k lead for the Dire. I guess some of that difference coming from Solo, because he's currently 1,000, and the next lowest person in the game is 2,200. 12 versus 2,200 now, I guess.
Right. And also...
Yeah, that is actually the gap. It's just so...
And that's sort of okay, I think, at this point. You've got a TV that's kind of getting whatever he wants and has the empower given the whole time. Although Yapzor being in the jungle here is really annoying.
This is that tower taking him down, though, right?
That's the big move. Oh, good light strike array. The jump back in. They have the roar. Then the RP, but Puppey tries to keep him alive. Ramsey's moving in now as well. Turns on to Zai. Can they bring him down in time? One more touch comes from Zayat. And they're able to find both of those kills. Zai and Nisha going down.
Yeah, that was nice. A little anti-synergy with the RP and the roar, right? Once pushed them apart, once pulled them together, so they had to stack a little bit, but it was okay in the end. It's gonna get them the tower as well as the kill, and Beastmaster. Still such a strong hero when you can force down a top tower like that and create just a big gap of knowledge by taking over that entire top jungle. Right, and they just smoke in there whenever they feel it's comfortable, and of course you're gonna know those moments because you have the Hawk.
And that gives you so much more possibility to take that tier 2 tower and keep this sort of momentum rolling for Just Air, because this is the type of draft that I think people, somebody had mentioned, you the panel, like you can just kind of keep rolling, keep taking buildings. It's the Terrorblade play.
And the best thing is, like, when Terrorblade is here, like, how on the earth are you ever going to mess with Terrorblade right now when they've taken that top tower and this mid tower and they're playing up here? Like, you're going to, like, smoke through here past the tier 1, the tier 2. That's the best part about Radiant, right? You can't even do that.
There's literally one area that you can go. You can walk in that way. And that isn't even really that possible either. It's such a long setup, so... Bottom lane, they're going to try and pressure this one for secret, see if they can get something happen. Nisha makes the move up to top to defend the tier 2 as the tier 1 falls down bottom.
I mean, there's a roar here too. Hawk isn't even scared because of the Zeus. He might grab that.
Oh no, it was just within vision a little bit there. Weird.
Oh, when he went on the high ground, it must have given him the vision or something from the when the Omni was up there or whatever. It
could have been the creep wave too. It like had a weird vision in through the trees or something. But regardless, won't be able to set up for anything there. Zayat's still just AFK farming for the moment. He's only 700 gold behind the PA.
And he even found an obs too. So like they're trying to retake control of their jungle, just being denied already. As we have both of the hard carries down in the bottom part. Rare to see them so close to each other at this point in the game.
Matumba Man is really having a tough time right now. He is having a very hard game. You look at him, 4,000 net worth right now, and just trying to buy a little bit of space. At least he's getting this space for himself, trying to get towards that Battle Fury.
Yeah.
As Sumail, Blink Dagger available, spots out Nisha on the low ground, RPUs, pulls him back in, and the beatdown is going to come as they kill him off.
His biggest hope was a play with the slider on the mid tier 1. Once PA couldn't join and really make that a good moment for them because of the kills, that was the next step in Matu having a bad game. Now the recovery move is going to be Zai's Blink Dagger, which is now hiding on this courier. So hopefully they have a smoke too. They're ensuring that they don't actually see him farming the wave holding this. They're going to try and Moonlight for a freebie onto Zayat's. So Blink stun into arrow, but the creeps are in the way.
Can't get there. Tries to bring him in. Yapzor punch down. Is it going to be enough? It will. Nisha claims that kill.
Or maybe he just wants to. Maybe they didn't have to.
Yeah. If he is able to get into a good game, I think that's somewhat worth it. Ooh, just barely able to TP out there with no one. Heads back towards the mid lane. We'll lose a couple of his boars, but it's nothing too bad. So yeah, Zai's Blink Dagger done. Able to make that first rotation. And now the question is, how can you shut down the rest of these heroes? Is YapzOr just going to be forced to jump away, still trying to work on that Yules? Not the game he was hoping for.
Yeah, he's all right, though. At least he gets out. Yeah, speaking of games that you're hoping for, someone like Puppy, right, is an Omni Knight. He's 0-1-1 at almost 14 minutes. Also not great, but...
Supernova. Chase down. Skewer tries to make it happen. They will blow up the Skewer. Oh, this could be a turnaround here. This could be good if they can catch Just Air and bring him down. Heavenly Grace was still on him, keeping him alive that much longer, but the jump in is able to connect. The dagger did so much, and they take down 3. Secret with the turnaround.
Alka Sumail tried to make a save on the egg. He was 1 second away from the RP too when he did that skewer in. I don't even know if it would have been enough to save considering YapzOr was there as well, but was certainly not the play. Left him extremely vulnerable there. Maybe he thought he could just get the blink out if he missed or something, but really well timed on the crush there from Zai. Completely ruined that a possibility for him. And, you know, once Zai, he's closing on level 12, that'll be 5 more armor gone, so even if this P8's a little bit poor, he's stacking up some serious damage with just these daggers, and of course that would have given him the Roach chance. But maybe 404 kind of witnessing this stuff and being like, yeah, we should take that Roach really quick.
Yeah, and the DD on Terrorblade makes that so much easier. Of course, you know, cosmetics, pay to win, can't even tell he's got a DD.
It's true, I had no idea until you said it, actually.
It's pay to win. It's fine. Everything's okay. Ramses has the Manta done now. Still keeping hold of those raindrops. And the poor man's shield, interestingly enough. Is there no better item? I guess they haven't gotten the next tier yet. Still a little bit away. It's just everything's moving so quickly in this game. Only 15 minutes, and this entire jungle taken over. This is going to be, again, this tier 2 tower taken into an outpost.
That was
reverse teams.
One of the best objective-based DDs you're going to see, man. Like, a plus 230 damage TB getting Roche and a tier 2 before 20 minutes. That's some serious, like, game state altering stuff.
Middle tower is under attack.
And their game was already pretty good, but that really helps cement stuff. Unfortunately, they can't even commit for the mid, though.
Right, you're talking about Secret.
Yeah, I'm surprised that, like, despite them, like, taking Roche and taking the top tier 2 instead of 404, they're still unable to utilize that wave mid and get the tower down.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
With this catapult down bottom, it's just too scary trying to fight into that Aegis as well, so they can't try and pressure that and take the Radiant outpost. Nisha does. Ooh.
He got the battle period by 16 minutes thanks to those kills. Now has a double stack of Ancients that he's clearing out too. Game is being recovered.
That's big. That's really, really big. They need this. And, you know, you have this Arcane Rune now on Zeus. They're making a move. The big jump here catches on to Zai. It's crush afterwards. Supernova already down. Zai thought about going on it. Thinks better. The Roar's going to connect now. Now in a little bit of trouble. Heavenly Grace on the Zai, though. And now no one in a ton of trouble. This is again Arcane Rune. But Sumail jumps in. Can they catch him? Nisha's able to walk away. GA afterwards. What a safe puppy. Play it out of control on this Omni Knight as they're going to find Sumail as well. What a turnaround from Secret.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh man, a little bit. I don't know. It's so simple the way it starts off, right? All of these plays of just like jumping in and crushing. Like a triple kill down bottom, and now another 3 kills in the mid lane here too. They make it look so simple whenever they just want to like turn it on with one jump in there from Zai. And chucking out the egg, but not able to force them to like really commit for that part of it by drawing the fight back closer to the rest of Team Secret, firing out of the fog like that. Not a whole lot you can do there as 404.
And I think now you've still kind of got these little pieces here that feel like they're working for 404, right? Aegis is still there on Terrorblade. They still have the ability to try and control this top jungle as an arrow is going to be dodged out there and back towards mid. They're kind of getting close to each other. It kind of feels like Ramses is going to need to be this saving grace. And
I like this ward though, by the way, that they're walking past. They now know that everyone's rotating down with this bottom fight. You see, they're like hidden away in the camp up there.
Right.
Sees where Zai is camping right now too.
And Ramses making the move. Matumba Man's over there as well. Reflection showing where the rest of Secret is, and Secret's going to back out for now. At least somewhat. Zai's still in the area.
I mean, the ward saved them, but it didn't give them that turnaround potential, and that's kind of stuff they really need right now.
Whoa. Catching him right at the start, and the arrow follow-up. It's too good. He talked about it. The Slardar and the Mirana combo.
And now it's even easier with the Aghanims too, right? That's like backup from Nisha too. The longer stun. You might even see, like, if you see Sumail go for an RP onto someone who's not Nisha too, when he's gonna try and be opting for the skewer, you might see the Nimbus come out as well.
That could be a nice way to do it. Quick jump in save would be really nice.
Speaking of jump and save,
Matumba.
oh.
Revealed. Reflections there. Gets critted by himself. Meanwhile, Thunder God's Wrath. Light Strike Array going to land. Blow him up. That's a great way for this fight to start.
Yeah,
doesn't
you
have
don't want to
buyback.
take this. There's still Aegis on Ramses.
They have vision. They got everything. Supernova down. Arrow's going to connect, though. And that should buy enough space for everybody else to get out, I think. Puppy might be in trouble as he's chased down. Does have Heavenly Grace now. They can't chase anymore.
But yeah, he's going for the greed. He's not going to stop by for an Aether or anything like that on Puppy with these one fights. And his only death being the one at the start of the game. He's going to get himself to a Blink Dagger.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
What a game. And, you know, GA is oftentimes, to me, I feel like, not even a super important part of Omni Knight's game because like the range is so low and it's hard to position properly, and oftentimes like you get jumped at the start of the fight, but in this game, like you said, him getting into this Blink Dagger, it's going to be kind of game changing if they can make it happen.
It's a TB and a Beastmaster and a Magnus. There's so much physical damage coming out between attack speed ores and empowers and just Terrorblade crafting illusions and just slaying into you. It's a very good game for the Omni Knight. It's kind of funny how early he was picked and how good of a game it turned out to be. And,
It's
I mean,
crazy.
it was essentially an offensive Omni Knight with the way it was chosen, right? Like this idea of like, yeah, we're going to have Amplify and we're going to have Heavenly Grace so that whoever our carry is can just go nuts.
One, honestly, like, I think it's made the difference in some of these early engagements too, just how good that is on Zai. It makes it so he can actually jump in and make stuff happen. 50% status resistance, gets a bonus like 500 HP with 28 strength or whatever.
Imagine if he stacks it with the Agnes that Zai's
Yeah,
and that's going to be gross.
it's gonna be insane.
You won't even be wanting to like roar him. There'd be no point.
Yeah, he's just come right out of it immediately. Yeah. Well, no one, again, gonna pressure up here top. The rest of his team a little bit behind. Needs to be careful. He's gonna try and take this outpost post 20 minutes. And this sets up for a Roche fight, which is likely gonna happen in about 2 minutes here. Maybe a little bit more than that, depending on the timing.
Another smoke up from Team Secret as they try and start something off with Zai once more, but there's actually no one down here on the side of 404. They've all migrated to the north.
Look at that, 11 minutes faster than average, that Blink Dagger on Omni Knight. Not many people have been buying it, but it looks really freaking good. Just needs to be careful about not blinking in a little bit too aggressively and getting, possibly caught there by Sumail. He kind of needs to save it, it feels like, in a way. Jump in. Oh my god.
That is instant.
That was rather rapid, that death.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, here we go. Zayat, though.
Physical damage too. Like, jeez. 750 physical damage and you're not even using the corrosive. So I don't think he did.
Radiant's bottom tower has
I'm not
fallen.
sure if
he
he
has
has
to.
time.
Dire's top
He didn't have enough
tower
time.
is under
That's a
attack.
cast point on it, man.
Yeah.
Top lane, though. While we're sort of watching down bottom and stuff, the tier 3 tower takes about half HP damage with the
Radiant's
Terrorblade
bottom
pushing
tower
out.
is under
And
attack.
it does sort of speak to this issue, which is objective-based gaming. And Just Error is going to have ridiculously strong pushing power
Yeah.
if they're able to get this next Aegis.
It's one of those examples of the classic the Bulba example of like, how many team fights do you need to win? And if you were to like win a full team fight as 4-4 on the dire side of the map, you are definitely taking a full set of racks. With Beastmaster, Terrorblade, Magnus. Like, there's just no way it's surviving.
And,
In fact,
how
you
many?
probably get multiple.
How many of those heroes do you even need as they just jump in and kill Zayats again?
That is so not fun to play versus.
Yeah, it's devastating. And they're not going to be able to catch Zai. He TP's out of there afterwards. There's not even retribution. Solo.
Thinking like there's a ward or something.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, Solo didn't even get the last hit on the Nimbus. That's unfortunate. That would have been nice for him. But
This destabilization with the pickoffs, though, is very key to what Secret need right now. They need a little bit more time for Matu to become a true hero and actually capitalize on the Heavenly Grace, the amplified damage. Has to go for the BKB. I'm sure Matu would love to be able to go for a status resistance build this game when you're stacking with the Omni like this, but feeling that the control is still a bit too much and just wants to have total freedom with the BKB.
Right. It also, I guess there might be some diminishing returns to it as well. So it's nice to be able to like get a little bit of both in that way and maybe get into more damage as well. I will say it feels like his targets aren't necessarily like the greatest. Like who does he go on in these fights? Like I guess maybe you try and blow up the Beastmaster. It feels like jumping on Terrorblade is just not really going to do what you need it to do. Like can you even really kill him as PA?
I mean, Phoenix is definitely the goal, right? Solo's still just sitting on ball. Does not have a defensive item right now. And it's very realistic that Solo dies before getting egg off in any of these fights. If I'm Solo, the second that there's like a whiff of an engagement, I think he should just hit Supernova. Like you cannot count on Sunray in these engagements whatsoever. Unless it's like very clearly established that the fight has occurred and there's no more initiation as they jump right up to no one.
Can they blow him up in time? Yes. Yes, they can. Ramses trying to run away. But they take over this side of the map, and that sets up again for, well, not quite in time, actually. Roche is going to be 30 seconds away from respawning. I don't think that Just Error have a... Oh, they still have the Hawk alive, though.
Hawk in there. Yeah, that's really helping right now. Yeah. Or else they would probably panic buyback if they stayed up the map. Although, then again, it might not be worth buyback how fast they'll do it, as that's yeah. Exactly what we're talking about.
Classic.
Meanwhile, Yapsor in there a little bit deep, just Mango's up and apparently going to be just fine, though. No Yules and Alina still. And they basically just have, like, Blink Skewer right now for catch.
And Roche now going to respawn. That again, like you said, that would have been probably a panic buyback, and now they're going to be able to come back in time. Well, is it actually in time?
It's so fast as Cloud.
Oh, this is dangerous. They're heading over already. Buyback's going to come from the Phoenix, having an idea that this could be happening, and they're going to drop down the ward. Man, down to such low HP. All right, this is the battle.
For them too. Oh, thank you.
It's dangerous. You got the puddle already. Thunder God's Wrath, jump in, find him, kill off Science.
They can see this though. They have the corrosive on,
and it's already down. Station the Aegis Sire made the play. Oh, Ramses wasn't able to get it in time. They do have the cheese though under Ramses. Can they find anything else afterwards? Sai gonna get that stun. Meanwhile, the RP fully off the mark. It didn't hit on anybody. Sumail not able to do it. GA afterwards, but Tumbleman still taking a lot of damage there from the Sunder. Now has to jump out of there. Meanwhile, with already Magnus and Phoenix dead, can the rest of them escape? Stunned for the moment, trying to kill him off in time. Terrorblade, a Laguna Blade comes out and they blow up one, but it's not looking like enough. Maybe it is with the BKB. Okay, Cheese TP out of there, and no, one last crit and a hit gets the kill. What in the hell?
Ouch. Yeah, not able to get things together. That all started because of the corrosive haze being lingering on the Roche, right? They were able to get that perfect timing. Zai knew exactly when to come back in. Nice and tank. I mean, Roche fight with Agnums, by the way, like just way too strong for Slardar. The Blink Dagger from Puppey coming in the clutch. Perfect moment to just hop in and just hit everybody. And then that's right when the RP failed too. So it's just... fight was over pretty much right then and there. They clean up everyone around Ramses, and he can't actually 5v1.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yet again, you pointed out in the beginning of this game the danger that you were going to have as Just Error. It was this like the combo of Yapsor and Zai. Zai jumps in, steals the Aegis, makes the big play, and then afterwards it's that arrow from Yapsor. Yeah. It was like damn near 5 seconds, and everything just fell apart from there. Incredibly solid.
Unreal this game. I think Zai has just done exactly what they need in a match like this. Like I think there's so many offlaners that would struggle to play this Slardar and make this work. And you know, not just him, of course. The way the team is playing around his initiations and allowing him to just have this confidence, right? Because he's so well covered with the Heavenly Grace and the Nimbus.
It's really insane how much the Heavenly Grace changes for the game for the Slardar with the Aghanims now. Up to 4,000 HP when he's on Strength Treads and has it working. And, well, they're going to jump in a moment here, possibly. Ramses Goes for the opening. Arrow's gonna hit onto the Phoenix down low. Poor old Phoenix is going to drop. The big crunch comes through afterwards. No one down, such low HP. They're gonna RP, but the lift up there afterwards with the Yule Scepter. Ramsey's in trouble. BKB Sunder tries to turn it. Is it gonna work? No, Sai living through absolutely everything. Jumps away, tries to escape, and he's gonna survive.
Radiant's top
4
tower is under
dead.
attack.
Secret is secret. They are too freaking
Started
good.
Clicking, man. Like the game was looking a little scary. Matu's not that rich, but then the blink comes from Zai. Plays start happening. The Agnes comes from Nisha. 404's game kind of ended. Like the pickoffs just became a little bit too brittle. Sure, they were still okay on the gold and everything, but the kills just kept stacking in favor of Team Secret.
Oh, and yeah, these last couple of minutes, you can see there that jump up in net worth. And now, how do you stop this? Just Air not having an opportunity or an answer. As, well, the Tumble Man, large and in charge, punching down buildings. This is going to be the first set of racks taken in this game, as there is not a metamorphosis for another 100
Radiant's
seconds.
top barracks are under attack. Radiant's top barracks
I think they can
has
just
fallen.
kind of watch this here.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Taking that -4 extra armor reduction from Corrosive Haze because, you know, he doesn't have enough already, right? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, well, PA, of course, also going to get there. So, oh, she took the blur evasion because the lack of MKB at this point is the Scotty build. So, yeah, she's kind of unkillable right now.
Scanning.
Gonna jump in, maybe? Wants to go for the creeps instead. Putting on the don't test me glasses. Ready to battle.
Dire.
7 to 26, man. I like it's crazy how little they've been able to accomplish as they jump in, roar, tries to find 1 kill here. Man is living for the moment. Laguna Blade eventually kills him off. Everybody, oh, with a big jump from side hits on to 3. Sunder's gonna come out in time. No one now getting pummeled, needs to hang out in his puddle. Oh god, no, they got him. They got him. Ramsey's got to run. Ramsey's got to get away. Still has BKB as well as the Manta. And Zayats, take my life. It's not gonna happen. Oh, the arrow connects onto Sumail. Everybody trying to run away. The spider legs, the chase down, it's over. Unbelievable. Trent 2-0 from Secret. Simultaneously unbelievable and very believable.
Yes, all at the same time.